Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Enoma and welcome to our reaction to Journey. It's gonna be a reaction for their song Who's Crying Now? And this is a Patreon request by our patron David T. We have reacted to Journey in the past as well. Even the last week we reacted to Journey. And you can check out our playlist for Journey if you like Journey songs and our reactions.
This one should be interesting because it talks about somebody crying.
Who's crying now?
So it will maybe sad, but it also should be interesting because perhaps the person who was laughing at you.
Yeah, that's what
is
I'm
now
looking
crying.
at. Yeah, who's crying now?
And that's what I love. As a counselor, when the person who bullies someone ends up crying. Although I don't like, seeing people cry, but when the person who bullies a lot of people or harasses a lot of people or abuses a lot of people or manipulates a lot of people ends up crying or ends up facing a lot of problems themselves. That's what I love. Yeah, maybe I'm a sadist in a realistic point of view. That makes any sense to you.
Try to see why something good can hurt so bad. Caught on a one-way street, the taste of bittersweet. Love will survive somehow, some way. One love feeds the fire. So many stormy nights, so many wrong or rights. Neither could change the headstrong ways. And if lovers rage, they'd turn another page. The fighting is worth the love they who never died. One love feeds the fire, one heart burns desire, one love who's crying now.
Beautiful song, beautiful.
Great guitar playing
Yeah,
throughout the song.
great guitar playing.
In the beginning, until the solo came, it was mild interplay between the bass guitar and the other guitar, and then when the solo kicks in, wow, it shows the journey's journey.
Yeah, I could mainly hear one guitar mainly,
Yeah,
but perhaps there were more.
yeah,
Yeah, the one guitar was very strong, very prominent, and what a solo towards the end. Wow, great work on the guitar, and it's nothing new to Journey.
yeah.
But most of all, I like the way in which it was sung. It was sung so beautifully by the vocalist of Journey. He is definitely one of the finer vocalists that we react to
Yeah.
or we've heard on this channel, on this platform. Amazing. He really sings it so easily, so effortlessly. Wow, it makes it sound so damn good to hear.
Yeah. The most, the best part of this song was while he was singing, he understands each line that he's singing. Even though the vocalist doesn't write all the songs for Journey, it's the keyboard player, I guess, who writes the songs for Journey, Jonathan Cain. I'm not sure who's written it, but each line he owned while singing. You can feel that he feels those lines and he's, saying it from the heart.
We have reacted to a few Journey songs pertaining to love,
Yeah, relationship.
missing people, long distance relationships, and so on. Interesting. This is one more added to the
One
list.
such, yeah.
Yeah, which takes up a particular issue.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the lyrics initially, Kirti? We'll definitely go line by line on this one. What are your thoughts on this song?
Overall, I thought it was about tug-of-war kind of relationship between two people. Sometimes you hurt, sometimes you fight, but there is love. And, the pulling and pushing each other the way it is happening. That's how I'm looking at it. It's not broken, it's not over, but there are riffs and there are good times, both of them, and the balance between the two. That's being discussed here. Or any relationship, not just this, any relationship that has both phases. The best situation should be the dark phase of your relationship shouldn't overshadow the good one.
So are you saying that this who's crying now is to, like, both partners are hoping that the other person is crying?
That
or are they sad about the other person
I was
crying?
hoping that you would enlighten me on that because I didn't quite get who's crying, who's that crying.
Yeah, what you said at the beginning makes sense. The first set of words, tug of war.
Tug of war.
It seems to me like it's something like that, It's like both the persons in this particular relationship seems to be a romantic love relationship, relationship between a couple. And they both have this ego. Seems like they have a very big ego.
Yeah.
A big fat ego, and because of that, there is this conflict of interest. There's a divide between them at times. There's going to be arguments. There are disagreements. There's going to be joy. There's going to be sadness. There's going to be a lot of pain, emotional pain. So there's this tug of war, and who's crying now? Because every day someone's crying.
Someone is hurting the
Every
other
day
one.
someone is crying.
Yeah.
And love is not supposed to be so painful.
I know. When it is
That's
that
something
painful.
I say to my clients as well as people, whoever I feel they need to hear it. I say, tell them, if I just have a candid moment with them, I just throw in this line, love is not supposed to be so
Love
painful.
isn't equal misery.
Yeah, love is not misery, love is not crying all the time. Yes, there are thorns in every relationship. No one can go through life without a couple of thorns at least, in their bed of roses or their path of roses. But the fact is that, every day, every single day, that's too much. And that usually happens. This is my take. It may not be what this song is directly talking about. Only the songwriter will know that. But the fact is that what I think it is that every day when a relationship there are tug of wars, there are tussles, there are ego issues, there are confrontations, there are arguments, there's distraught, there's depression, there's sadness, there's grief, there's pain. I think that relationship is anyhow not worth it. You can try and save it, you can try and go in for counseling, but even the best counselor out there, I think they can do only that much. At the end of the day, it's up to you, and since you don't give a damn, why should they? Yeah. So I think it's all about that, when each person is trying to prove they are so right and they are always right, and whatever you do is wrong and whatever you say is wrong, there's always going to be discrepancies in the relationship. And what that will lead to? Someone or the other crying, someone or the other feeling miserable, someone or the other having an affair, someone or the other having multiple affairs, both of them having multiple affairs, both of them not wanting to be with each other, be in the same room, in the same home, same environment, same community. So this has very deep meaning, this song for me.
Yeah.
But I'm taking it too literally. Maybe I'm going in too deep and giving my own take on it as a counselor and as a soft skills trainer, which has taken up such topics too in the classroom, in personal development and life coaching. So I'm giving it my own take. Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Something I don't do very often, but I think for all those who have these ego wars, no one wins. No one ever wins an ego war.
Yeah.
No one ever wins a war, for that matter.
Yeah.
And history has shown that. Even if you think you won, you're silly. You're really silly if you think you won, because look at all that you've lost along the way to winning.
Yeah.
If that is actually a victory. What are your thoughts on this, Kirti?
When we talk about relationships, when we talk about love relationships or family relationships, the last thing that a person should do is play games, play war games, play right or wrong games, play any of those things. If you aren't enjoying the company of the other person who you're supposed to be in the relationship with, whether it is your wife, whether it is your family member, I don't think by fighting, by quarreling, by arguing, you're going to enhance that experience. You might as well take a break, go for a sabbatical, go for introspection, think over the things that you're doing, the person is doing, what makes things worse. It's like, having migraine, living with migraine. Migraine can be managed. My mother has it, so I know a little bit about migraine. Migraine, the headaches come for sometimes 2 to 3 days continuously when the attack comes. But the attack will only be coming with a trigger. So as long as you avoid those triggers, you can have a happy and good life. Same goes with relationship. If you avoid those migraine attacks or the attacks of fights and arguments and rifts, it's a good life for you. But if you don't avoid those triggers, if you are not going to adjust somewhere, things won't be working out. You have to make certain amendments. The opposite person also has to make certain amendments and help this situation do well. Otherwise, it's okay. I mean, life is short. Life is only one that we get. And might as well find someone who you actually connect with, or you can spend your entire life with happily, instead of trying to make things worse for you and your the other half.
Why something good can hurt so bad?
So bad.
Caught on a one-way street, the taste of bittersweet. Love will survive somehow, somewhere. One love feeds a fire. One heart burns desire. One love who's crying now. Interesting. Let's see how it ended. Yeah. Okay, the same thing. One love feeds the fire, one heart burns desire, one love who's crying now, two hearts born to run. Who will be the lonely one? One love who's crying now. Yeah, it's a bittersweet song actually. The word bittersweet is the perfect description for this song. It's supposed to be good. It's not supposed to make you cry. It's not supposed to hurt you. The person you love should not be the person who hurts you the most. But almost every time there's a divorce, Who's the one that hurts you the most? Obviously the one
Who you love the most.
who you're married with, who you're getting a divorce from. So that's the reality of relationships and love in the modern world that we live in. And I guess it may have been the same in the ancient world. But I don't know much about that, so I won't comment on it.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, yes, if you just keep aside the topic of love,
Okay.
the whole world, what is the problem with the world? If you had to identify one problem,
Okay.
there's no love.
There is no love.
There's no love. That's the biggest problem on earth. It's not about lack of money, it's not about lack of electricity, not having enough funds to do what you want, not because of lack of job opportunities. It's lack of love. There's no real love in today's world. The people who have it are very, very few, but in general, in the whole world, it's like water.
Less than 3%.
The lack of love is like the percentage of water that covers
That
the world.
is, that we can drink. Yeah.
The lack of love is like water. It's more than
Abundance.
70%.
Okay.
But the real love is just 0.003%. That is a percentage of water that we can actually use. At least in our part of the world. For
the
daily
entire world.
use.
Yeah.
So that's how sad it is. That's the real love percentage. But there is love, but that's not real love. It's just a mockery of the sacrament of love. It is just love for the sake of love.
There is lack of
It's
compassion.
just love for status. It's just love for society.
Superficial.
It's just love for sex. And
And love for XYZ.
Yeah, love for money. I mean, most people marry for money these days. That's the harsh reality too.
There
And
is
they
a lot
divorce
that
for
we
money.
lack.
And they divorce for money.
Yeah, that too.
That's something I have a lot of experience with.
That
Not because it's happened to me, but because it's come to me many, many times. This topic in a counseling room. Yeah, anyway, I guess that's it for this one.
Yeah.
Goodbye.